Yes, when you boot up the game, it plays Princess Peach's theme. That's neat. I like that. Anyways, we're back! We're back for World 4! Hello, Lakitu, how are you doing?
I am surprised you did not take a hit from that piranha plant.
That's fine, I was waiting to land on the spines.
Take a hit from the spine. Okay, hang on, where's my foot in the mouth? They're gone. I couldn't even finish my sentence before you jumped on the spiny head. I was gonna say, I'm surprised you didn't get hit by a spiny when it was being dropped, because I can see that being a big problem with the Lakitu enemies, and this one specifically, with screen crunch, the drop it off screen.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just
hey,
good luck hit.
I have to ask this question. Do you guys, okay, how do you say that? Do you say it Lakitu or Lakitu?
Well, I am of the mindset that Lakitu is like cockatoo, which is a bird. So I don't think it should be Lakitu. It should be Lakitu. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure
he's technically a bird.
I'm pretty sure in like the I'm pretty sure in the Mario Kart Deluxe courses they said Lakitu.
I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like official pronunciation I've seen out there. Pronounce it like in Japanese is Lakitu, so I think Lakitu is supposed to be correct. Lakitu, Lakitu, it's like it's very interchangeable.
Yeah,
I've kind of done both over the years, but
so,
I kind of lean a little more to Lakitu because the original Japanese script.
For 5.
There it is.
There's a coin block there for anyone who wants it.
But like, I've always called it Lakitu. You said it sounds like a bird. I was like, well, he flies like a bird.
Yeah.
I also have a coworker that's a DM for a Dungeons and Dragons group, and he's of the mindset that elves are just evolved birds. So
yeah, that's fine. That makes sense, I guess.
And then my other coworker, he's just like, no, they're not birds. He's like, yeah, they're birds.
Look, again, Koopas have bills. So...
What do you talk about at work all the time?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I mean, we had that conversation about how you talked about the Kirby Unraveled with a coworker, and they're like, oh, Kirby couldn't kill a god. So, for him, it was just a Tuesday.
I mean, our conversations at work end up like, is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
Oh yeah, that...
No wonder why the like the higher ups are like, why don't you guys get work done? Yeah, now I see why. We're arguing the real answers in life.
Yeah, the real pertinent questions. It's fair, that one. That is a...
I'm gonna have to go there in one conversation. I needed to talk about like the geometry of foods, and I'm gonna have to send you this picture later, Morley, so you can post it in the video here.
I think I've read it before, and I remember my counter argument being, is a schnitzel a sandwich? Because it's chicken covered in bread. Crumbs, to be fair, but still.
But like, no, the
gray area is very narrow.
It's like, it's squared.
Yeah, see, Luigi didn't want to deal with this anymore.
Like,
alright, switch to Mario.
It had like a
typical Luigi, can't get the job done. Here come Mario.
Hey, bro,
Luigi died when we talked about it. Luigi died while we talked about absolutely nothing.
But no, like it had like, it's like the cube shape geometry of foods. Like it's so weird. Like you would like, it has like a lot of things where like if it's like a circle, it's considered a sushi. And I said, so are onion rings sushi? And he said yes.
Really?
Excuse me?
Really?
There's no fish in an onion ring. It's called an onion ring for a reason.
I gotta go find this picture now.
This just feels like it's a dangerous thing plotted to like undo someone in the middle of a performance review. Oh, speaking of other things...
Exactly. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. You said an onion ring is sushi. I don't understand why. You're not a good fit for us.
Speaking of things that also make Mario Deluxe a better improvement is, much like in All-Stars, you get the dings when you go the right way during these levels. Again, original Mario Brothers did not have a sound effect indicator, you just had to figure it out.
Yeah, original was such a hard thing to deal with just because of that alone. And they did the maze thing a couple times between this game and then the Lost Levels too, so... those levels were some of the worst in both games.
Hmm.
Oh, boom, boom.
But yeah, that was World 4. Fun times.
We're already halfway done with the game.
You gonna redeem yourself, Luigi?
Back for Luigi time.
Oh, I see the screen crunch doesn't just mean things above and below you are a problem. Side by side is too, because you despawn the shell. Which doesn't normally happen in this game.
Well, I mean, technically you've still got the backtracking space as well that would be relative to the oops. But other than that... Alright, back to Mario.
Why do I let him even bother?
Now looking at this thing, by all technicality, a Twinkie is a calzone.
Yeah, this...
Why are we talking about this?
I am still of the mindset that this is like a subtle ploy to just be like, time to hyperanalyze the weird conversations of my employees.
I'm not gonna lie, I read the bottom left one in that diagram as a quickie,
Oh,
and I'm really debating what do you mean by sandwich at that point.
What? Quickie, that's quiche.
Oh.
I know, but this compression did not help.
That word is quiche.
If I had to do a double guess, like, oh no, that's a quiche, not quickie. Man, Discord compression on images really don't do this any justice.
Look, if you make a quiche small enough, it could probably be eaten in one bite, but I don't think that's the quickie we're talking about. Moving on, back to Mario Brothers.
No.
You brought this upon yourself.
I did.
Oh, what's next? Are you gonna compare me being on the edge to something else that's...
Okay, now you did that. No.
And don't even get me started on the goons!
Did you just give up now?
Yeah.
Just give up now.
What is speaking of that, I was like, what is the term? What is this? These newfound words? Are these the new age kids called?
No. Timed out for 5 minutes. No.
If only we could time out human mouths for 5 minutes. That's just called
I
duct
can't.
tape.
I can.
Let's just say our new generation makes current words sound very dirty, and I don't understand how.
Today on this episode of the LPerLeague, Saxdude26 bans all of his mods in the middle of recording.
Oh
Like,
man,
I'm just waiting for like the innocent words that actually make no like effort at all to sound dirty to become dirty, like hi, for example, like something that radical.
Give it time.
See, I'm
At least
Australian,
you
and
can
even
back
I'm
it.
better behaved than this.
at least you can back up a little bit on this. I mean, like, yeah, there's still like screen like blocking when you advance a little bit, but at least you can back up to run.
Yeah, it's still relative to the way it's done in the original, even with the restricted resolution, which is good.
Yeah, it seems like the screen locking is still based on like how the original All-Stars handles it, so it looks like you can go further back than you actually can, but it might still be going with that original cap of where you can move on the screen.
And thankfully, it's still using the NES controls rather than All-Stars controls, so it's at least a little bit easier to work with.
Yeah.
I will say, I've had a really good run getting fireworks in this, because again, the fireworks trigger with the same number equal to the last digit on the clock, and if it's a 6, a 3, a 1, or a 0, you'll have the same number of fireworks appear on screen.
Exactly. And if you're a speedrunner, you would be swearing getting this many fireworks. Like, man, there goes all my second... Man, that was world record down the drain because I got a
Well,
fireworks
thankfully,
display.
0 gives you the same number of fireworks, and that's nice and quick, which is good.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to get a fireworks in a speedrun, you might as well get the quick one.
Is that the quickie we were talking about?
Yeah, there you go. Full circle. It is in a more wholesome way.
There is no quiche in Mario Brothers 1. Okay, I have an episode title. Excellent. Mamma mia, why you buy the quiche? Brother, Mama, I don't want the quiche in the middle of a world of fire.
Luigi has to go and take out all of the castles, huh?
Yep.
Ah, bro, why do I have to do all the hard work?
Because you stopped working in Galaxy.
He's doing a better job than he was in the regular level, so I'll give him that.
Why do I have to do all the heavy lifting?
You know what they say? Early to bed, early to catch the war. Or is it the bagel?
Bagels to sushi.
Why? Speaking of Luigi,
I am not gonna want to think about that. Who puts fish on their bagel? No, thank you.
I'm never eating again at that point.
I'm never eating again.
I've ruined food forever.
Why is this bagel slimy? What you put in this? Ah, I got some salmon. Why? I asked for cream cheese.
Anyway, moving on to World 6.
Trying to get that fire.
Hello, Lakitu.
Dude, I think this is a new record for us getting off the rails kind of situation. Part 1, all about the game. Oh, this is a cool port. Part 2. So how about that quiche and fish?
Look, I was looking at some old, like, 2013 recordings of my solo stuff, and we'd just gone through, I think, 5 recordings of going super off the rails. Oh, and then the game glitched for a second. That was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That was
The game
funny.
gave up.
that's like, it's like pausing on the same frame you get hit. It's like, alright, that's an interesting remix.
Don't mind my Game Boy, it just
Oh
decided...
God, no!
Don't mind my Game Boy, it just decided to burp at me. Ouija time! But
Hey,
yeah,
bro,
no.
watch this.
I was rewatching some old recordings, solo recordings. We just got done doing some really off-the-rails League stuff, and in the middle of playing through one of the Oddworld games, I just went, ah, isn't it a good time? Can you feel the sunshine? Okay, that
bro.
is poetic
You know what?
timing.
Okay,
I get to compliment Luigi here. He got to do the wall jump glitch from Mario 1. Apparently that's still a thing in the Game Boy port. And then he fell in a pit. So, credit was given for all 5 seconds.
Yes,
I also have to say, wow, that was such a more like salt in the wound right there. Literally throw a life into the pit that you just died
I know.
in.
Excellent
I love
timing.
You love when you die next to health/lives.
If we're
Yeah.
going to die in stupid ways, it must be poetic. Always. Always.
Hey bro, watch this. Dies.
Dies
Gets alive.
immediately.
Yeah, I love your timing on saying that. Hey bro, watch this, and immediately takes a hit. It's like, I'm watching, but I don't know what I learn here.
Yeah.
Brother, this is not how I do the shell jump.
Yeah, Luigi would be that guy's like, watch this, I'm gonna do a shell jump, and just throws it into his face.
Luigi time dies.
Is it a blue shell?
Yeah.
Dang, you really
Yeah,
are
Luigi
getting those
would be that guy to get the
fireworks.
first place and chuck the blue shell.
Look, when in doubt, go out in style. That's the important thing.
Luigi, it's lap 1! Yeah, and? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's your funeral!
Well, Luigi's gonna spend the rest of the race giving people the side eye, so...
It's just like, oh, I see how it is. Luigi intentionally goes to 12th place. He's a bagger player.
Now it makes sense.
Hey, bro, I gotta make sure that I play dirty.
He was checking the road for bumps.
Luigi's like, are we playing Cheese Land? Yeah, why? I'm gonna go step away for a couple minutes. Oh, come on, I know what you're doing, that's not fun!
Hey, bro, this
Save
is
my
what the
boxes
meta is
for
doing.
2 minutes!
This is what the Mario Kart 8 meta is doing, okay? I have to learn.
And this is why I told them to patch it out.
Oh, jeez.
The beanstalk is not worth it.
Yeah, this is kind of an awkward vine to go get.
Like,
so
I
don't blame you
can
for
actually
thinking that.
see, I can actually see the gears in my head turning, going, if I jump and run jump just right, I might actually be able to get to that. But it's not worth it.
Speaking of Vine,
Don't remind us how old we are.
hey, since TikTok is getting banned in our country soon, can we go and revive Vine?
I don't... My understanding was that Vine was sort of absorbed into other properties, so I don't think it physically exists anymore.
Yeah, basically. Like, the people who originally ran it and owned it don't anymore, so...
Yeah.
that's why we have like all these other sites that are very similar. Like honestly, TikTok just became pretty much what Vine used to be, but just way bigger. And now YouTube Shorts are basically the same thing. So just stick with YouTube Shorts.
Exactly, and I think Vine was sort of a product of its time, and it's there for legacy purposes, I guess.
And you really are getting fireworks.
I watched someone, they were watching, I think it was like 100 YouTube Shorts, 100 TikTok Reels, and then like 100 Instagram Reels, because they're basically all the same thing, to compare each one. The worst is actually Instagram. There's a lot of actual death on Instagram.
Oh my
Like, I'm
god.
not even kidding. There's a lot of people like making jokes about people running into cars.
Good grief.
I don't know why it's so consistent.
But the more Mario deaths.
See, Luigi just made an Instagram reel right there.
Oh, jeez.
Don't follow the trend.
Gosh.
Luigi repeatedly
That's
falls down
beautiful.
pits to make an Instagram feed.
Yeah. From what I've seen, TikTok has like the best content when it comes to like variety, but that's because everyone's
just
using
that
it, so
half
that makes
of the
sense.
sentence. That half of the sentence is the most.
Dude, I had to swallow some pride saying that.
Yeah, Luigi didn't.
I'm just
He's
a
like,
what
small
you
"No,
I
did,
let me
upload
out."
Buster.
YouTube Shorts in my recommendations. I don't do the doom scrolling for obvious
Luigi is so
reasons.
upset he couldn't even
That's
be
how
bothered
Luigi feels about doom scrolling,
He just wants to.
and that's how he feels about TikTok scrolling too.
You can tell how angry I am. Oh, you know, occasionally I forget about moments like that, and then that happens, I'm like, yeah. It was not Luigi time.
Marley, do you need a death counter?
Don't worry, I'll edit one in. I'll edit one in.
I see that someone was sleep deprived too.
Oh,
At least you didn't waste
gameplay
money.
is the pits. I'm giving myself way too many good video titles so that I have to then settle for one. Good luck, future Marley. This is not my problem at this point.
You know, it's the worst part when you set the pits. Because I even recently, at the time of us recording this, playing through a Ocarina ROM hack, Nimpide's Adventures to be specific, and the meme of that game is just the pit. So I'm imagining Luigi falling down and there's a bunch of people just dancing down below.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I've already got in mind an edit I'm gonna superimpose over the top. I already have something in mind now, remembering how much Luigi was dying here. I think at one point I was considering cutting away to it and just cutting most of this out, but I think it's actually funnier that I kept it all in.
You see, there are times where keeping deaths like this in, not really worth it. It's wasting some time, you're doing the same thing. Yeah, it's not really that funny. Then you get moments like this where you're just constantly doing the same thing, and it is a comedic relief, and it's worth it.
How many times you go get fireworks? How lucky are you with that?
I just keep looking for the 6. I just keep looking for the 6.
Really not that hard. Especially
Yeah,
with this
especially
game.
in like original Mario Brother games, like before you got the things like say Mario Maker where the timer is actually counting in seconds. You don't have to wait that long until you see a 6 on the timer.
It's also a case of like, this is the one game in the franchise that's consistent. Like, they still do fireworks in some of the other games, but it's for completely different numbers, and even for lost levels, I think it's 1, 4, and 7, I think? So, like, the fireworks are still there, but for nearly completely different numbers. Oh, I get killed Bowser so quickly I didn't even see him die.
Sorry, too graphic. We can't show
was-
this kind of content.
He was just like, you know what, I saw what happened with Luigi in the previous level, it's fine, I'm dead. Oh...